Traditional 11th grade science course at Parkview is physics. We have 3 different levels of physics open to our students: college prep or CP physics, honors physics, and AP Physics 1. Please notice there is no separate gifted physics course, as the traditional path is for gifted chemistry students to move into AP Physics 1. There are a myriad of factors to consider when choosing a physics level. This includes the student's math placement, the chemistry teacher's recommendation, the rigors of each level, and the work ethic of the student. Keep in mind that when considering a course level, CP Physics places an emphasis on the conceptual principles of physics, while honors physics is more rigorous and will emphasize both the mathematical and conceptual principles of physics with the honors extensions in the AKS. There is no gifted physics course. Gifted students not moving into AP Physics 1 will be placed into honors physics. AP Physics 1 is for extremely high-flying students in math and science who are prepared for the rigors of a college-level course. The first factor to consider when choosing a course level is the math placement. Mathematical competence will help students navigate the complexities of physics. For the CP Physics student, the recommended math co-requisite is Advanced Algebra Concepts and Connections, or a higher math. For the honors students, the recommended math co-requisite is Pre-Calculus, or Advanced Enhanced Algebra and Pre-Calculus Concepts and Connections, or a higher math. The recommended math co-requisite for AP Physics 1 students is Pre-Calculus, or Enhanced Advanced Algebra Concepts and Connections, or a higher math. Students in honors physics as well as AP Physics should be extremely comfortable applying math principles in their science class. Students who struggle with math typically struggle with honors or AP Physics. A second factor to consider when choosing the course level is the recommendation of the chemistry teacher. This teacher has worked with the student and knows whether he or she will be better suited for the CP, honors, or AP level of physics. I urge you to truly go with the recommendation of the chemistry teacher. With CP Physics, students are expected to master the topics covered in the AKS without any honors and gifted extensions. Because there are no honors and gifted extensions for this level, content does not have to be covered at such a fast pace. Slower pacing means that students get more practice over a longer period of time in class with teacher support to ensure mastery of the content is attained. In honors physics, students are expected to not only master the physics AKS, but also the honors extensions built into the AKS. This means students will learn more in-depth material with a mathematical emphasis, increasing the rigor and depth of knowledge students are expected to master. More content to cover means there's a much faster pace, so students must be able to master content quickly as something new will be learned each day. There will be homework most nights so that students can practice that day's material before learning new content the next day. There will also be multiple projects each semester at the honors level. For AP Physics 1, there's an accelerated pace because the regular AKS for physics must be met in addition to the college level curriculum outlined by College Board. There's a high degree of emphasis on the mathematical applications of physics concepts. In CP Physics, summative assessments will include both multiple choice and free response formats. Application is emphasized over memorization. Students must be able to use algebra skills to use and manipulate formulas, as well as use formulas to understand relationships between variables. Problem solving is usually 1 to 2 steps. In honors physics, summative assessments will include both multiple choice and free response formats. Free response involves students communicating their learning in a written form and emphasizes the AKS in the honors extensions. Just as in college prep, application is emphasized over memorization. At this level, students should be adept at using algebra, geometry, and trig functions to manipulate and solve problems. Students will work problems with multiple pathways to a single answer, and these problems will go beyond simply 2 steps. Students will have to apply reasoning to problem solve while connecting many concepts and topics concurrently. In AP Physics 1, summative assessments include a mix of conceptual and qualitative questions, as well as quantitative problems, usually about a 50-50 mix of each. Questions will include multiple choice, ranking, discussion, and calculations involving both numeric and symbolic problem solving. Students who are best suited for CP Physics are those who are typically more extrinsically motivated and require a little more teacher support to develop critical thinking skills. These are students who need support in learning to be more self-directed and independent. Students best suited for honors and AP sections are typically more intrinsically motivated and independent thinkers, and teachers continue to work to develop critical thinking skills that students already bring to the table. Honors and AP students exhibit a high degree of independence and ability to manage nightly homework, long-term assignments, and set deadlines. Students in AP should be willing and able to ask questions and advocate for themselves when the need arises, and it will. Please consider your physics level carefully to ensure that you stay on track to complete the 4 years of required science in time for graduation.